We made.
You recording? Yeah, look, yo, look. Like I just woke up, like I beat the charge and cashed out back to back. Like Maury told Chris Brown, I got a baby and he did that. Like my boyfriend cheated on me, but I ran off with his stash. Like I lost a couple pounds, but I got to keep my ass. I just woke up like Beyonce, attitude gigante. These ain't no comprante, size elefante. This is on a mild day. Haters wake up, better preach it like Aretha, pray before your makeup. I got these bitches kinda tripping, I'm alive and still kicking. Yeah, they stole my style, but I still made a couple million. Yeah, they got me fucked up, it's cool, bro, I'm chilling. I just let them copy Homer, just did it.
So I'm gonna make this maybe a 3-minute video. This will not be that long. To sum up the lawsuit from Skip to alleged versus Skip Bayless by a hairdresser. What's the name actually? What is the name? Noshin Fahaji. I am going to apologize in advance for probably botching this. Norshin Laharaji. So let's do the allegements. Let's see if I have this all right here. Okay. In approximately March 2006, this is actually from the actual lawsuit, count 19. In approximately March 2016, Miss Faharaji met Miss Taylor, an aspiring sports personality that had moved from Miami to Los Angeles for the opportunity of airtime at Fox. At the time, Miss Taylor did not have a regular position but would fill in on a day-by-day basis when talent was sick or otherwise missed time. Miss Taylor told Miss Farahi that she was recently wed, but her husband remained in Miami and that she was lonely in Los Angeles. Oh, dear God. Well, if you guys don't know who Joy Taylor is, she is the brother. Wow, I'm dumb. She is the sister of Jason Taylor. What's it called? Jason. Why am I being dumb? Hall of Fame defensive end for the Miami Dolphins. I am so fucking stupid today. Also, literally currently our fucking defensive line coach. Anyways, at the Miami Hurricanes. My bad. Ugh. Anyhow, Miss Taylor asked Miss Faharazi to meet for a drink in. Oh my God! Fuck you, stupid ass fucking phone. In Santa Monica. When Miss Faharazi arrived, she found Miss Taylor with an older man. Oh dear fucking God. Fox Sports Executive Vice President of Content, Mr. Diction. As Executive Vice President, Mr. Diction is responsible for overseeing all content production on Fox Sports 1. Ms. Farahi, however, did not know Mr. Diction. When Mr. Diction went to buy them the random spicy margaritas, Ms. Farahi asked who he was. Miss Taylor responded that he's just a friend. Following that night, whenever Ms. Farahi would meet with Ms. Taylor or for drinks or food, Mr. Diction would either arrive Ms. Taylor or show up later in the night and leave with Miss Taylor. He would always buy rounds of drinks or food from their body language. Miss Farahi saw the pair were sleeping together. Although this concerned Miss Farahi, and she knew Miss Taylor was recently married, Miss Farahi kept her opinions to herself. In approximately June 2019, while at work, Miss Faharahi, you're going to call her Mrs. F because I can't keep doing this, guys. I can't. I suck at this. Notice Mr. Dixon in the elevator. Surprised by the coincidence, Miss F found Miss Taylor and told her exactly the guy who always buys her drinks is in the elevator. Miss Taylor quickly silenced Miss F, explaining who he was. Miss F became alarmed and warned Miss Taylor that such a relationship was unsafe. Miss Taylor told her not to worry about it. Miss F continued to be friends with Miss Taylor, but tried to distance herself as she considered the situation dangerous as well as morally wrong, as Miss Taylor and Mr. Dixon were both married. This is what I mean by this is the allegations they saying that Joy Taylor was sleeping at the top. In approximately July 2016, word spread amongst Fox's employees about a new show that was going to be a big deal that would star Mr. Skip Bayless. It's called Mr. Bayless in here, but for the lawsuit, Mr. Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Quotes Mr. Sharp. It was known that Fox was looking for a woman with significant TV experience and also star. I cannot read. Looking for a woman with significant TV experience. Joy Taylor. All right, I think we all know where I'm going with this. Jesus Christ. Therefore, it came as a surprise when Fox announced Miss Taylor, who actually doesn't fit that at all, who was a bartender and radio host in Miami with very little experience and would be the moderator of a new show and a sports debate program. Mr. Bayless later disclosed to Mrs. F that he did not want Miss Taylor on the show, and that but Mr. Dixon was adamant that Miss Taylor should star. At first, Mr. Dixon arranged a dinner between Mr. Bayless and Miss Taylor when she arrived in provocative clothing and acted in a provocative manner. I need to get on this set, by the way. God damn! What is going? I'm done making jokes. Anyways, when that did not change Mr. Bayless' opinion of Miss Taylor, Mr. Dixon asked him to approve of her as a favor to him. Reluctantly, Mr. Bayless agreed to do so as a favor to his friend. This this is just amazing. This right here should have been what fucking what's it called? Ballers. This was what Ballers should have been about. This would have been great. Anyways. Oh my god. This has to be one of the greatest things, man. Around August 2016, Miss F attended a dinner with Miss Taylor and her husband and Mr. Dixon and his wife. During the dinner, Miss Taylor's husband became suspicious that Miss Taylor and Mr. Dixon were having sexual relationships. And after dinner, Miss Taylor's husband found evidence of the inappropriate relationship and divorced Miss Taylor. Wow. In approximately September 2016, Undisputed started. Miss Taylor requested Miss F do her hair in approximately November 16. After not allowing anyone to touch his hair, Mr. Eesh. 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 For the record, I'm just going to say this. Because I'm going to make my judgment on this very quickly. I have my skepticism on this whole thing because the other part of the lawsuit is the allegation that Skip Bayless tried to pay this Miss F woman, Miss Faharahi, $1.5 million to sleep with them. Now, I don't believe that. I have very much big time skepticism on this because of the price. If it was something around, I don't know, flexing 100 to 200K, which even then I'd go, I'd pause, query. I think it's ridiculous to even. First of all, it'd make more sense if he tried to use his influence to ruin your life before he would offer you money like that. Because then we would come to the idea of couldn't he have just hired a you know what you know what you know? You know what I'm going, right? If you're gonna spend that money, I mean, you could. I'm just gonna stop there, but it's far fetched to believe that a hairdresser could command $1.5 million to be slept with from Skip Bayless in the sense that it just sounds far fetched. And this is not me liking Skip Bayless because I personally don't like Skip Bayless, but the rest of this lawsuit, yeah, I can see this. Also, there's the allegations that she slept with Emmanuel Acho. Also messy as all holy hell. Best of my judgment on it is this. I don't believe this lawsuit. I think, like again, it's as far fetched. What's not far fetched to me is the Dixon shit. That can be proven. All you have to know is the fact that the husband can just come out and say, "Yeah, I divorced her because of this, 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 and this." That lines up. That'll confirm everything. Something like that can confirm it. As for the Emmanuel Acho situation, we don't know. Though I'm going to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me. Joy Taylor does have a reputation. And honestly, from Joy Taylor's demeanor with the way she talks, she's a very vanity-driven person. Power does seem to interest her, as the way she talked about dudes and I mean, you can go with the album Preach video if you guys want to. Actually, I might look it up right now because I like to do my due diligence, and I'm a hater. I'm a complete and absolute freaking hater. I am hater of the goddamn year. All right, let's be honest, guys. I'm hater of the year. I'm hater of the year. I am. I'm really not, to be honest, but I try to be. I always try to be the biggest hater that I can be. And this right here is just hater shit. By the way, off the serious note of all this, what's really funny to me, what's really funny is not only is this shit insane, but hold on before I get ow, fuck you. What's really funny about this entire case to me is the fact that, like, have we not one time just thought to think about, we just stopped to think about how epically stupid this is on all fronts? She didn't have to do any of this if this is all true. You have the name Taylor. You could have found your way. Whatever. You know what? I'm not going to sit there and act like I give a fuck enough to care about the reasoning of this. I'm not going to clutch my pearls. I don't give a shit, to be honest. It's all like more what we call entertainment to me. And this isn't really entertaining. It's just, it's kind of entertaining. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of entertaining. But this is who Joy Taylor kind of is. Oh, sorry.
Okay. And she went out with a man twice. They had lovely dates. He paid for everything, wined and dined. Okay. 2 dates. On the third date, they spent a day together, ordered a bunch of things, had some drinks, had a good time. Really long day. So pretty significant bill. Let's call it a couple $100. Okay. Because she had to put her card down for this particular place. So when they went to pay, he was like, oh, like, your card is down. And now she didn't speak up and ended up paying for the bill. They had plans for another date. He texted her the next day and was like, hey, like, I had a great time with you, but, I don't really see a long-term future with you. And so I don't really want to waste like either of our times. Like, I think you're great, but, I don't want to like keep our date for next week that we had planned, which I think is like very respectable. Like most people just ghost. So she's talking to me about it. She's like, but he did like stick me with the bill. I was like, what are you talking about? Stuck you with the bill? How did you leave paying? Like, she's like, oh, I just froze. So I was like, just text him and say like, oh, okay, well, cool. Like, thank you for saying that. Whatever. Like, had a great time too. It's 3 dates. It's not the end of the world. You don't even know this person. But like, here's your split for Saturday. There's no possible way you like he thinks.
Why?
Why? Ask why. Why? Because that's who this woman is! That's who she is. Why are we even surprised? Why should I be surprised by any of this, guys? Why should I be surprised? We all kind of knew Joy Taylor was like, now again, I don't believe the hairdresser, like the allegations towards Skip, only in the sense of the price. That's what just strikes me wrong. Could it be true? Yes, all this could be true, and it wouldn't shock me. Even actually the $1.5 million, the $1.5 million aspect of this would not shock me. It just would not shock me at all. I'm skeptical. But I will say this: all this is a very bad look on Fox Sports 1 if this happens to be true. And it's a very detailed lawsuit. This isn't just something that someone just made far-fetched and made a sensational case out of, like the Rosario Dawson case. No. This is quite legitimately very detailed, very organized, and very, 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 very thought out. So if someone's lying here, man, there was some thought put into this. But it's also coinciding a lot with just a lot of things with the way Joy Taylor kind of presents herself. And also by the fact that it does kind of strike us odd. We all were kind of sitting there wondering why Joy Taylor got this job. Joy Taylor was not qualified for this job. Not at the time. Joy Taylor at best was looked at for her body and all this other stuff, and we get that. At the time, we knew she was Jason Taylor's sister. But when it comes to say, oh, is she on Molly Qerim's level? God, no. She's nowhere near as qualified as someone like Molly Qerim. So when Joy Taylor kind of got on it, we were all like, eh. It also makes sense that Skip didn't like her, because I could tell on like a lot of times watching it, he did look like he tolerated her versus actually having any wanting to be around her. So that's the side of it that makes me just think, okay, that side of it's true. The rest of it, I don't know. But if I'm to make my legit judgment, this is all not a good look for Fox Sports 1. This is all also very peculiar, as this all is coming out after Skip Bayless had just retired randomly. Not saying it, but it's very odd. So you guys tell me what you think in the comments below. You know what? I'm not going to tell you guys what to do with YouTube. If you want to subscribe, you know how to do it. Bye. Get out.